Have you ever wondered which wireless mic you should get? Should you get the DJI Mic Mini or should you get the Synco Wireless G2? Hi, my name is Bryce, this is Talk Tech Studio, and we're here to decide which mic is better for you. Today we're kicking off the Creators and Tech Saver Splurge series. This is a series where we help you decide whether you should save money or whether you should just spend a little more and get a higher end product. So with that being said, which one's better for your money? Which one should you get? In this video, we're gonna find out.
Now let's go ahead and take a look at the DJI Mic Mini. The first thing that you're going to notice is there's a carrying case. It's a lightweight design that you can just clip onto the back of a book bag and easily carry wherever you want to go. This small bag is actually home to the charging case itself. Another interesting thing about the carrying case is there's actually a hidden compartment inside so you can store maybe a transmitter, maybe an adapter, or any type of cord inside there. Next up is the charging case itself. If you look on the back, you can see a USB-C plug which can easily be plugged in to charge it, and on top you can see it says DJI. This is what is home to your transmitters and your receiver. Opening up the case, we can easily see that there are 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, and there's actually an adapter that you can use for your iPhone, which you will see later on in this video. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the transmitter. As you can see here, the transmitter is rotating around. It has a few features on it. You can see there is a power button and there's actually a button above that. That is how you can link your transmitter to your receivers during the setup process, and the power button is what you're going to do to turn the transmitter on or off while it's outside of its case. Now on the bottom of the transmitter, that's what's going to be what charges it inside the case, and there's actually a cool little thing on the back to show that it's actually magnetic, so you can attach it to magnetical surfaces. The next thing that comes inside the DJI Mini Mic carrying case is actually the wind muffler. If you look on the back of the mic, there's these 2 little dots to where you can just actually attach the wind muffler piece onto it and it'll just snap right in. Now, something to note about these wind mufflers, they're mostly there for design. They're supposed to noise cancel wind out, but they don't really do the best job of that. However, they look really cool. But I will say they are extremely difficult to get onto these mics. As you can see, I struggled to put this on. The other one I got on a little bit easier, but still, they're a hassle. The mic, however, looks extremely good with the wind muffler on, so 10 out of 10. The cool thing about the DJI mic is it actually comes with 2 wind mufflers, so you get the colorful one and then you get the black one as well. Now, there's not really much a difference between the two, it's just a style choice, and this one looks more discreet when you clip it onto your shirt. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I was able to get this one on a little easier. However, it uses the same clamps around the same circles of the mic, which this means it can make the wind muffler a little hard to get on. Next, we have the receiver. The receiver is what connects to the transmitters. As you can see, there's a little knob which can be turned, and in that little knob, you can turn and adjust the sound frequencies. There's also some different ports. There's an audio jack and a pairing button on this, but there's something else that's really cool. If you take off the little bottom piece, you can actually clip on the adapter to be used for your iPhones, computers, or a type of Androids. When you first take it out of the packaging, it's going to be a little difficult to clip on, so just do it a couple of times and it's going to make it easier. Lastly, this receiver has a clamp on the back so that you're able to just clip it onto your camera with no issues. The DJI also comes with an audio jack to audio jack cord, which is perfect for any type of cameras. Plus, it has the little DJI logo on it, which makes it all the more better. And it comes with a USB-C to USB-C cord, which is perfect for iPhone, Androids, or computers. This is going to be a lifesaver for you, but you may also need some adapters in the future. Next up, we have the Synco G2 wireless. Now this case is all built into one, which means you get the charging case and carrying case in the same thing. As you can see, it's got a little USB-C port on it. It also has a zipper which you can open up, which is home to your receiver and your transmitters. There's a little pouch inside of there where you can put your cords, and as you can see in my hand right there, I have a little adapter which you're going to need in the future when you use some of the cords with other electronics. Next up is the transmitter itself. As you can see, it's got a spot for onboard recording. There's a clamp on the back of it. It's also got a mute button on there so that you can mute the actual mic while you have it. And it has a spot for the lavalier mic, so you can either clip it onto your belt or to your shirt with the lavalier mic or without it. Next up is the actual receiver itself. As you can see, it's got a spot for a USB-C charging port along with a bulkier design. But as we continue to rotate, you'll see A and B, which is the 2 transmitters themselves that actually connect to the receiver. Lastly, there's an out button and a headphones button so you can listen to your audio and outward produce your audio. Then we get to see the lavalier mic. The DJI does not have this, but the Synco does. And as you can see, there's a clamp so you can clip it onto your shirt for discretion. There's also a muffler on top of it so that you can either muffle out sound or you can take it off and get different quality audio. This then brings us to the wind muffler. Now, this one only comes with 1 wind muffler while the DJI comes with 2, But this one's actually easier to clip on because all you got to do is just clamp it and then slide it. So there's nothing to actually try to attach to you. You just slide it on and it makes it easy. And then we'll do a quality test later to see if you like the way it sounds. It fits the mic perfectly, but if you're wondering how to just take it off, all you've got to do is just push down on it and then you just slide it right on out and pop it right off. Lastly, it comes with 3 cords. You get 2 audio to audio jacks and you get a USB-A to USB-C. Over and all, a pretty nice selection because the DJI only gives you 2 cords. So very thankful Synco gives us 3. These will of course fit inside your Synco carrying case.
These 2 mics are solid options, but now let's go ahead and take a look at the indoor and outdoor testing of both. Okay, here's the DJI Mic Mini. This one is just with nothing on it, no wind mufflers, there's no lavalier mic, there's nothing to it, just the original mic itself clipped onto you. Now we are going to try it with both wind mufflers and see which one you like better. And then we're also going to try this Synco G2. We're going to try it with the lavalier mic and without. But over and all, this is the audio just without anything added to it. Now let's try it with the wind mufflers. Okay, so this is the DJI Mic Mini with the wind muffler on it, the first one. Let me know if you think it sounds different from the original. Let me know in the comments what you think. Now we're going to move on to the second one. Okay, so here's the third wind muffler. You'll have to know which one you think sounds better in the comments. Is it the first wind muffler, the second wind muffler, or is it just the mic itself? This is all it really comes with. It doesn't have a lavalier mic, so you're just going to have to clip it on right about here. It'll still sound pretty good if you do. But all in all, let's test the Synco and see what sounds better. Okay, so here's the Synco G2. There's no lavalier mic, there's no wind muffler, this is just the mic itself. Now we're going to try it with the wind muffler on. Okay, so this is the Synco G2 with the wind muffler on, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. These wind mufflers are so extremely hard to put on these microphones, so just know that when you're buying one, they are not easy. But this is what the audio sounds like with the wind muffler on. Let me know in the comments which one you think is better so far. Now we're going to go on to the lavalier mic. Okay, so this is my personal favorite. This is what I use all the time when I'm preaching at my church or whenever I'm doing a man on the street type of thing and I'm just walking around interviewing people. The lavalier mic is probably one of the best things for a wireless mic. So that the DJI Mini doesn't have it is kind of saddening, but I also want you to see this. If you look into the mic right here, you can see my volume levels. So if I talk really loud, it's going to go red, and we don't want that. You want your audio to be clean and crisp when you're filming a video or whenever you're just trying to record something of the sorts. So if you see here, mine is on a lower volume, and if you can see, it's not going super high, which is really good. And the lavalier mic actually makes it easier because you don't have to have this giant bulky thing just clipped onto you. You can have it clipped somewhere else. You can have the cord run up the back of your crew neck, hoodie, shirt, or whatever you're wearing. And then you can clip this right here, and it sounds really good. So I would personally love to have a lavalier mic. So that's one reason why you probably should go with the Synco G2. It's just simply because of that. But over and all, they're both pretty solid mics. Now you've heard both mics indoors. The lavalier mic, in my opinion, makes the Synco sound drastically better and more crisp inside than the DJI can even handle. But let's take a look at what they sound like outside. As you can see, here we are outside, just using the DJI mic. There's no wind mufflers on it. There's nothing else, just the plain mic itself. This is the crisp audio on the outside itself. And now we're going to see what it looks like with the wind muffler on. As you can see, it's kind of a windy day out. We're using the first wind muffler on the DJI mic. As the wind comes from this way, the audio may sound a little different, but it should be masking it and doing noise cancellation. Now let's move on to the second one. As you can see, we're on the second wind muffler with the DJI mic. It's not super windy as of now, but the audio may sound just a little bit different. So over and all, let me know in the comments which one sounds the best. The first wind muffler, the second one, or just the mic itself. Now let's move on to the Synco. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Synco G2. This is just the mic by itself. No lavalier, no wind muffler. It's a nice day out. Outdoors, it seems to perform well just because of the long range that you can have. Even as I back up even more, it still sounds more clear. But now let's go ahead and move on to the wind muffler. Now we're on to the wind muffler for the Synco mic. I have the volume on the mics turned down just a little bit. You can always turn them up if you want them more clear. But over and all, it's pretty solid. I don't really like the wind mufflers on the mics though personally. I don't really think there's much that they do except for cancel out the noise a little bit. Over and all, to me, I think the DJI may sound a little better with the wind muffler on, but let me know which one you think sounds better. Now let's move on to the lavalier. Lastly, we have the lavalier mic. This one is the most functional out of all of them. This one right here is the one that connects to the Synco. The DJI does not have this, but in my personal opinion, it's one of the best because you don't have to have the mic right next to you. You can clip this on, it can be discreet, you can still hear me good. But let me know in the comments which one you think is best out of all these that we tried. Okay, now let's talk about the setup. Both of them come ready to pair right outside the box. Super easy to set up. All you have to do is just put the receiver and the transmitters together and you get audio crisp design. So, what are the pros and what are the cons of each one? The DJI Mic Mini has ultra-light portability, it has long battery life, and it's easy to set up, but it's got a limited outdoor range. The Synco G2 is easy to connect. It has longer range, a warmer tone, and it has onboard recording. However, it's slightly larger and there's a bit more setup involved. Okay, now let's talk about the price. The DJI is slightly cheaper, but it's a better option overall for portability and simplicity. Versus the Synco G2 is slightly more expensive, but it's a better option overall if you want something with long range or better onboard recording. Overall, it just depends on which mic you want for you. If you're a solo creator who's looking for something portable that you can just take on the go, I'd recommend the DJI. Versus if you're a creator that's in a larger space and you need longer feet or more onboard recording, I'd go with the Synco G2. So now it's time to answer the question. Should you save or should you splurge? If you're a solo creator looking for something portable, I'd go with the save option. It's cheaper, it's easier to use. Versus if you need something with a lot more onboard recording with longer feet, then I would go with the splurge option and spend a little bit more for the Synco G2. Let me know in the comments which one you would choose. And also if you want, check out the affiliate links below. You can get your own Synco G2 or your own DJI Mic Mini. Thanks for hanging out with us in the studio today. And make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another video. I'll see you next time.